Hello. Alright, that's pretty much the end of the shooting. Now it's just a talking video, so leave if you must. I finally got to try out my Yugo SKS grenade launcher, and it worked great. So I just wanted to share the specific combination of products I used and had great results with. As you can see in the video, I was shooting at a very low angle, mostly because I did not want to lose my grenades. I was actually trying to keep them within about 50 yards. The grenades are from Service of Supply. I'll put a link down below. If the link doesn't work, just go to serviceofsupply.com and put grenade in the search field. It should pop up. They're pretty nice. It's just an aluminum tube with a rubber head, rubber fins, and you can buy replacement fins, so when these get shredded by a tree or something, you can replace it. I believe I got the two of them shipped for like $70, so they are not cheap. Some people do make their own. The anti-personnel one, I think it's like 8 ounces. The anti-tank is like 10 ounces. Now the blanks, they look generic. They're marketed as just generic, non-corrosive Russian. But if you turn it, you see they're not generic. They got that Barnaul logo. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But if you find a generic box with these stats and that logo, it's probably the same thing. And these worked just absolutely perfectly for me. They had enough power to launch them as far as I wanted to launch them, which is not too far, but just almost no kick at all. I mean, you could probably hold the butt of the rifle right against your face and shoot it without it hurting too much. I mean, don't do that, but you can see I am shooting from the waist. The only reason I was doing that is because I never shot these before. I was a little nervous, and to make sure that it would go off of the launcher, I oiled the hell out of both the launcher and the inside of the grenades. And the one time I fired from my shoulder, I did get a little bit of hot oil splattered in my face. I mean, it wasn't awful. It wasn't enough to be painful, but it was still annoying. Maybe you could just avoid that if you don't oil it up like I did. Or maybe there's always a little bit of blast back, I don't know. But it's certainly not from kick. I mean, this thing was super gentle. Even at the very low angle I was shooting, I was probably only shooting up like 10 degrees from horizontal. This heavier one was crashing down at maybe about 45 yards, and the lighter one was going probably about 60. This is the one you saw me shoot in the opening. And yeah, trying to keep it within 50 yards, this thing was going about 60, and actually was kind of tough to find. With a higher angle, like if I shot these at 45, they would go quite a bit farther than that. I'm sure this guy could do at least 80. And that for me is perfect. I mean, I know some people are going to want more power than that, but if you're like me and looking to shoot in that range, I highly recommend this combo. The appearance. I love how they give them the old-timey look, but even with these strings they give you, they can be very hard to find. So I am going to have to just spray paint them like bright orange or something. I'd rather be able to find them than have them look cool. Let's see, what else? I will put a link down below to the ammo, but you know, it's probably not going to work for long. Ammo stock is always changing. But you know, again, if you can find a product with these exact markings and that logo, it's probably good. I think that's about it. What else? I can't think of anything. At the end, I'll show the video of me shooting the first one. It comes down a little sooner. But again, I was intentionally shooting low to try to keep them within sight. So that's all. If you've got the Yugo SKS with a grenade launcher and you've been wanting to use it but weren't sure what to get, I highly recommend the Service of Supply and the Barnaul or Barnaul, whatever, generic blanks. Alright, I think that's it. Later.